counseled by senior officials we find all over the world, and most capable of helping us lead this small but complex organization in the next critical phase of its evolution. She will keep us centered, balanced, and progressive, I am confident. She has already gained the confidence and respect of all of us here. Ambassador Moriarty also brings some things to our center that we need. During her 3 decades of service as a career diplomat and beyond, she worked in China, Taiwan, Thailand, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and many other nations. She is most qualified to expand further our emphasis on comprehensive security analysis, broadening our exploration of socioeconomic factors and influences across this region, especially given her experience as the U.S. Ambassador to APEC and as a Deputy Assistant Secretary level coordinator for East Asian and Pacific economic issues. She was also a diplomat in residence at the East-West Center and has considerable experience with the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank. She's from Hawaii, both a UH and a Fletcher School Tufts University graduate, and has been awarded many times for her expertise in leadership and mentoring. Her experience in international trade and finance, multilateral negotiations, whole of government policy coordination, and the role of religious leaders in public policy is a most welcome addition to the expertise that resides at APCSS already. With Ambassador Moriarty today are her son Mana and his fiancée Sarah. Good to have you here. And of course her husband Jim, whom I've supported several times. It was our privilege to do it, is our U.S. Ambassador in Bangladesh, doing a wonderful job, as we here in the center know, and he couldn't make it today because he's at work in Dhaka. Ambassador Moriarty.
Aloha kako, aloha. General Smith, thank you for that gracious introduction, and thank you for hiring me. Many of my finest mentors, teachers, and role models are here today. Senator Inouye, thank you very much for your kind words, for your support, and your inspiration. Senator Akaka, thank you for being here. Thank you for inspiring me for many years. My dad, David Peters, who served his country as an Army officer for 30 years and another 30 years the Hawaiian people. My husband, my wonderful husband, who is my closest friend and the love of my life. My daughter, Kanani, who's a Peace Corps volunteer in Yap, Micronesia, and my other family members have helped me and supported me every day of my life. They are represented here today by my son, Mana, whom the General introduced, his fiancée, Sarah Wong, and my sister, Diane Peters-Wynn, who is the Vice President of Chaminade University. I love you guys. Thank you, too, to the others with us here or with us in spirit who've helped me to chart my life, who've guided me along the way, and showed me how to serve. Jim Kelly, thank you especially. And if I named every one of you, we'd be here all day. But I appreciate you. My mother, Melikahana Peters, gave me a beautiful Hawaiian name, Kahea Moriarty. It means the call of the sea. I was called across the sea to serve my country in faraway lands and to have great adventures, I was called home, back to Hawaii. Why did I choose to take this job as Dean of Academics at the Asia Pacific Center for Security Studies? Because I have always been passionate about the importance of education, and because I believe in the mission of this center. The mission of the Asia Pacific Center for Security Studies is to empower, connect, and educate security practitioners to advance security in the Asia Pacific region. When we ask those, you saw the video, when we ask those who participate in our courses and our workshops what security means, foreign and US participants define a comprehensive concept. They say that security encompasses economic security and good governance. They see as threats to security the things we usually think of when we think about security: territorial disputes and nuclear weapons, terrorism and piracy, political, ideological, and ethnic differences. But they also see pandemic disease and natural disaster, illegal immigration and poverty, corruption and climate change as threats to security. They see the tools by which we advance security, yes, as bombs and missiles and soldiers and sailors. But they also see those tools as trade and international collaboration, good laws, public trust, and a whole-of-government approach, understanding other people's culture, history, and religion, other nations' interests and aspirations. Our fine faculty at APCSS distills and presents to busy practitioners the latest in current thinking and research on security issues and the Asia-Pacific region. The faculty facilitates discussion as practitioners work together, critiquing and helping each other with their own real-world experience to identify issues, approaches, and opportunities. Here in Hawaii, security practitioners sit in our seminar rooms, I hope you'll take a look after, or on the lanai, away from ringing phones in their busy offices. They call each other by first name, without rank, and protected by Chatham House rules of non-attribution. They produce amazing results. Similarly, overseas, APCSS lays the groundwork, the academic groundwork, and helps to bridge bureaucratic stovepipes to advance security in the real world. Security practitioners working together, sometimes from a single country, sometimes from several countries, produce real results. I saw those results firsthand when I worked and lived overseas. Nepal, for example, was writing a new constitution as they transitioned from monarchy to republic. APCSS brought together for the first time parliamentarians, politicians, and the military to discuss among themselves what it meant to have civilian control over the military and how to embody that concept into a new constitution. In the countries where I lived and visited, I saw firsthand how active APCSS alumni organizations continued to connect alumni across agency lines and international boundaries. Now, I'll bet that many of you here today had little idea when you came of the fascinating and important work that we do here at APCSS. I feel really fortunate to be able to serve as academic dean at this special place and to be part of the work that APCSS does here and throughout the region. To fellow academics out there today, I look forward to working with you. To security practitioners, I hope I will see you in a class or a workshop. To the wonderful faculty and staff of APCSS, thank you for your professionalism, your expertise, and your enthusiasm. To everyone here today, thank you for this very warm welcome. Aloha.